So let's get into some Jujutsu Kaisen. Once again, if you're on YouTube, you have a job to do, and that's to click that like button. All right, spread the good word, because we are here now. Oh yeah. Retro Ricky, man. Why you gotta bring up the sore thumb? Why you gotta bring out the sore thumb, bro? Huh? 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 Why you gotta bring out the stain? Hmm? We'll get the milk. I don't know when, but we'll get back to that, okay? So it's time for a binding vow. Jujutsu. Yeah, I'm sweating because I came back from a workout. I was out trying to do some miles for walking, for health reasons. And man, it is where I live right now in Long Island. It's humid, very heavy. No, not as heavy as it was a few days ago. A few days ago it was heavy, man, heavy. We're talking about like Goku in the, not talking about time chamber, Goku training on the way to Namek in the space pod. Oh yeah, that kind of heavy. Yeah, woo, man, it was freaking brutal a few days ago. What's better now? How you guys doing in Texas? Y'all doing all right in Texas? Y'all okay? Y'all alive? Has your power grid fucking collapsed yet? Are you guys good? Humidity here in Philly too. Yeah. This man said binding vow. Send you DNA, bro. Texas is not it. Shit. It's 93 right now in Indiana. Humidity 87. Yeah, man. Listen. Global warming is coming with a vengeance. Global warming is not fucking around. This is why we need to get some nuclear fucking power plants up, bro. We need to start building some nuclear power plants because it's ridiculous, man. Yo, this is fucking crazy. Yo, damn, it is hot. It is humid, man. All right, listen, and because one thing I will say is that in the South it does get hot, but you guys don't get the winters like we do. Winters that we do, oh man, because we get all temperatures. We get cold as fuck, cold as ice. We get literal 20 degree, 15 degree, 10 degree, 5 degree, and then sometimes you get 95. It's like, fuck, man. Oof. We get all seasons. But winter has been a bit lagging as of late. It hasn't been as cold as it used to be. Like, let's say back in 2015 or 14. All right, either way, it's time. It's time. Doesn't nuclear power? No. I think that nuclear energy is a very good energy source. I think it's actually probably the best we have, personally. Like for example, the fact that we saw Germany, I don't get into too much, but like the fact that you all saw a lot of European countries go back to nuclear after or during the pandemic because they, and obviously because of Putin too, and how Russia literally like gated off a lot of all they needed. It was very clear that the idea of renewable energy is great, but nuclear just beats them all. I think nuclear beats them all wholesale in terms of the ability to energize the grid on a grand scale. Not renewables are good in certain parts for sure. Like if you can get daily sun, like a lot of sun in, let's say, Arizona or in California, fair enough for solar energy. If you can actually use, let's say, dams, or you say or let's say you can have, like in Denmark, they have wind turbines that are, I think, out on the coast. I think it's Denmark, where they're out on the coast, some sort of Scandinavian country, up there. Even though Denmark's not one of them, whatever. They have wind turbines like out on the coast, and they actually get a lot of energy. But it's inconsistent energy, where you can get either too much energy, and then you can't use that leftover energy because it's residual energy, or you don't get enough, or you don't get enough energy sometimes, and then it winds up not being able to like power the grid for a long period of time. As a result, there are parts where you have like these occasional blackouts where you have to maintain energy. Scotland too, fuck it, yeah. Basically, all I'm trying to say here is that I think nuclear is like the best shit out there. But there's a stigma around nuclear, obviously. After Japan, after Chernobyl, after fucking World War II and the nukes, there's a stigma around nuclear power that nuclear power is going to say, like, if it fucks up, it's going to like irradiate your whole area and make it a wasteland for thousands of years. Not really the case. But let me not get into that. I think nuclear slaps. Now, that being said, what does slap is this chapter, hopefully. Oh, shit. Mobius, what's your $5 over on YouTube? I'm in Kentucky now, and I'm in Kentucky now. Well, I'm in Kentucky. I now know how the chickens in the KFC factory feel, my nigga. Woof! Like that? Is it like that? Is it really like that over there? In Kentucky? In Kentucky. You know what? It's everywhere, bro. Yeah, W donation, shots to Kentucky. You know what's crazy too? Because there was even earlier, I think yesterday, there was some tornado warnings. So I was like, what the fuck? Tornadoes here? There were like actual tornado warnings in this area, which was very surprising. Very surprising to see tornado warnings. Like really? Well, like not in this area, but like more upstate New York. I was surprised to hear that they had tornado warnings. So things are changing. The weather's for sure, getting crazier in certain parts of the country. All over the world, actually. Now, did Purple hit? That's the question. Or did Sukuna give Fuga a binding vow, which allowed him to make a flame shield so he could offset most of the damage of, let me see this. Codes versus Sukuna, the small barrier ruptures. So this is the barrier to the domain expansion, and the barrier of the domain expansion completely shatters. What did Sukuna do to offset this? Okay, real quick. When I wasn't feeling well, I couldn't watch movies or read because all I was watching was compilations of Messi's plays. All he was doing was watching fucking Messi. Okay. That's kind of funny. He's a Messi fan. This actually reminds me, because this happens a lot. It's like you have so many things to watch for your schedule, and then you just wind up never watching these things because you want them to get caught on some YouTube bullshit. You got the YouTube addiction, and you want to watching these montages, compilations. Oh yeah, it happens a lot. My brother has that big time. I'm like, bro, when are you gonna fucking read? When are you gonna watch JoJo's? Never does. Or he's behind on The Boys by like 3 seasons or 2 seasons. I'm like, bro, when? Nah, I'm gonna watch this like weird compilation of NBA shots. Like, okay. We need Aizen versus Gojo. Aizen versus Gojo. Oh, that's gonna be a fun fan fight. Now, Sukuna, how are you alive? He pulled it off. As powerful as Purple may be, he's not still fully comfortable using it. Even his own domain barrier was destroyed. So we have a few minutes left. Here comes Yuji. Here comes Total. With enhanced Boogie Woogie, and he is Yujo. That's his name now. Yujo. We squad up. Okotsu. It doesn't matter if we're caught in the crossfire. The second your reverse technique, the second your technique recovers, drill as many purples into him as you can. We'll avoid it using my Boogie Woogie. But can he though? Immediately after. Bro, I better see Hakai versus Urame. What the hell's happened with that fight? Immediately after the use of domain expansion, Ryoma Sukuna has once again fallen into a state in which his curse technique is painstakingly difficult to use. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, oh shit. Kenjaku's curse technique copied by Okotsu has also burned out after using his domain expansion. Before the 5 minutes had passed, the use of Kenjaku's technique was halted. Damn it. Rika-chan, not haunting this body means copy is no longer mine, making limitless the burnt out technique. I thought I would still be able to use Kenjaku's. Nah, bro. Okay. Okay, so he's tapped out after because him using that technique, purple, inside of his domain expansion, burnt out Rika's Kenjaku's copy, and now the body is unable to move. There was some trick behind Kenjaku being able to use his technique immediately following a domain expansion. I didn't take any information like that in when I copied his technique. I'll at least maintain the barrier for their sake. Okay, the domain. He reached his limit, total. And then Sukuna. Nah, get ready, boys. I guess that's why they call him the King of Curses. Even in a situation like this, his offense doesn't let up. Here I am, distracted by Okotsu. He won't let that opening slide. True! He does a Black Flash! One-handed Machamp style Black Flash. How'd he muster that shit? What? Yo, Toto. Boogie Woogie away so you don't take any fucking damage from falling into an object. Meanwhile, Yuji. Nah. I'll take the damage as long as my boy is in. So the Verba slap. So he hits the Verba slap, boing, and then right behind him, nah, we still here. Wait, his fucking, oh shit. I didn't catch that. The top of the Verba slap actually broke off. Oh shit. But he still hit it. And made him, way to make us wait. I'm not done hogging the spotlight just yet. And then Yuji. It's still not explained his hands. Hold on. It's still not explained his hands, though. How his hands mutate like that? What happened there? Okotsu, that bundle of curse energy, he still has shards of barrier floating around. Until these shards disappear, there's no greater stage on which there is no greater stage on which Boogie Woogie can shine. The shards are here. It's time. Bro. Toto. Hits on his fourth for some fucking reason. So Toto repeatedly hits shit on his head. That sounds, hey, don't clip that. That's sussy wussy. That is the activity. No one do that. But he hits it on his head constantly, and then this allows Yuji to continue to teleport around Sukuna, charging up the Saisho Agyu Gon Freaks punch. Now he's holding onto the Verba, the Verba slap, and then Yuji with these weird mutated hands now. It's not explained, but he just has these things, I suppose. Then going for Gojin Karate. Right at Sukuna's ribs. I'll do this as many times as it takes. Wake up, Fushiguro. Oh, he does the dismantle to. Oh, he's using his unique curse energy, that weird distortion shit, to try and get Megumi's bitch ass up, bro. So he's selectively choosing the target of his technique. He's firing dismantle after dismantling directly at the barrier between mine, Fushiguro, and Megumi's soul. But Sukuna's skin is literally burnt off on his face, exposing his bare flesh. It's not super obvious, but that's not just blood, by the way. Oh! Bro, what the fuck is wrong with this guy, dude? What kind of gauntlet is this? Is this nigga still, he's crazy. Let him sleep? No, wake the fuck up. Oh, my sister. So, you have friends. You have one at least. Yuji. Wake the fuck up. Bro, this is a crazy gauntlet, man. This is a crazy gauntlet. It has been 40 chapters? Crazy. He's made a binding. Get your binding vow. Get your binding vow over here. Fresh off the printing press. Get your binding vow over here. Discount 50% off. Get your binding vow over here. Get your binding vow. Binding vow over here for sale. Binding vow package. Get 15 for $5. Get your binding vow over here. One, but it's unique. It's rare. It's holographic binding vows. Get your binding vows. Binding vow Kaisen. BD Kaisen. Okay. He's literally choosing the target for a technique. He's firing dismantle after dismantle directly at the barrier between mine and Fushiguro Megumi's soul. He's made a binding vow to make his strikes more effective at tearing my soul from his body. Sure, whatever. If I continue to take these blows, and he spits. So he spits out something, or did he spit out a bunch of blood? I won't be able to maintain his body. I'll lose. Why you just gulp that shit back down? Ew. However, what are you doing, bro? What the fuck did he just cough out? Oh, his fingers. Oh, ew. Wait, they're not digested fully? What the fuck? I thought they were, like, digested and assimilated fully. That's kind of freaky, no? Huh? Like, what is this cell shit? Like, you punch cell hard enough and then 18 comes out? Really? Is that how it is? So, he does the attack so pinpoint in the barrier of the souls between Megumi and Sukuna. He has to regurgitate his fingers that should have, I thought, assimilated to his body. But instead, we have an Android 18 situation here. And now Cell Sukuna. So, no, I ain't no bitch. I'm taking that shit back in. Nasty. Ugh. However, on this right here, okay, Yuji's mutated arm. Is that? It is. It's like on a sheet of paper. Is that where he's cutting? So he has that. Like, is that his way of doing a thing? So, like, that's where he's dismantling. He's dismantling this part of the wall right there. And he cuts that shit down. He's trying to get Sukuna down the ground. There's weave. So somehow this meant weave. Somehow Sukuna was able to get behind Yuji when Yuji's going for a punch. Whatever that, I don't know how you did that. Sukuna then on Yuji's back just devastates. Crazy right cross. Okay. Yuji flung against the wall. Yuji still fucking ready to go. Still hasn't lost a beat. If I simply avoid those blows, they'll have no other moves as effective. If my spared Verba Slap isn't recognized as my left hand, it won't function just one more time. Okay. Take this! So, now there's shards everywhere still, the domain that Yujo now is trying to hold up. There was no swap? Verba Slap is breaking. Angel. Speaking of Cell, Angel right above. Big ass mutated eye. Tri-beam! Ah! Okay. Oh my god. Holy war. Relax. I'm not dying. Yet. Tri-beam ha. Here comes judgment. Through the use of a... It feels kind of bullshitty in a way. It does. It does. To be able to change the functionality of your curse energy so willingly. it should be there should be. I thought there were like repercussions that you would face, not just, oh well, now you can't use this way, but you can do a binding vow to change it back to the way it was. But you can do a binding vow to make sure that it's actually this new way of doing things or more focused or whatever the fuck's like, dude. Just gotta push through code, nigga. Yeah, oh yeah, in Hunter x Hunter, there are massive downsides. In Hunter x Hunter, you change your shit up, cool, get fucked. Like, just get fucked. You have to die, like someone like Hisoka, and then you have to, oh, my rubber Nen. But that's a different story. That's your Nen actually awakening. Maybe it's because it's just Gojo, and it's Sukuna, and it's these Apex niggas, and most cats just can't do it like this. But now Toto's doing this. I'm like, now he's Apex, true, but hold on, let me see this. Through the use of a binding vow, the range of Toto's what? Seriously? What the fuck? Seriously? Just because? Through the use of a binding vow, the range of Toto's technique has been just extended. Just because binding vow. But let me guess, as a result, you can't use it anymore? Nah, it's cap. Probably can. Make a binding vow to say I can use it. Our role ends once I dispel Gojo's Satoru seal. Wait, what's the range of thing now? Hold on, let me see here. What about Megumi? What will happen to him? Angel Kirisu-san, I'm sorry, but we may have to line you in the end. Fair enough. It's the same Valco? It was said before? Okay. Wait. Because of the Verba slap, right? I think I'm trying to recall they said exactly about that point in time. Yes, okay. Okay. Our role has still dumb, but whatever. I guess because he had lost his arm, so fair enough, fine. But again, like people like Sukuna and Gojo, they pop these things like fucking candy, even though the medication that's supposed to make you healthy. It's ridiculous. It's like having too many cough drops. Like that. Come on, bro. Easy. No. Hold on. No links. No links. Let me actually on. Oh wait, that's a link to what? The thing? Okay. Yeah, too many binding vows. Just too many. Okay. So once again, they read this. Through the use of a binding vow. Oh, nice use of the panel, by the way, too. You have his rubber slap go through the actual panel box. I like that. The range of Toto's technique has been extended. Our role ends once I dispel Gojo Satoru's seal. What about Megumi? What will happen to him? Angel Kurisu-san, I'm sorry, but we may have to line you in the end. Just as I said earlier, it's perfectly fine for you to stay out of the battle. Even if my domain's destroyed, we'll make sure there's no need for you to fight. I'd like for you to fire Jacob's Ladder as a finishing blow. Finishing blow. We'll take an all-or-nothing gamble once more and attempt to split Sukuna and Fushiguro's souls. At the very end, we'll make the most of a strong point of my copy technique. A strong point. When dealing with my copy, no one thinks of the original user of a copy technique. For whatever reason, they all think about it. For every reason, they all think about is... For whatever reason, all they think about is what and how many techniques I have in my stock. They don't stop to think of the possibility of the original user with the same technique appearing. Especially for those who know how copy works. It's easy to fall into a trap of thinking it's as me taking the technique instead of using copy. Okay, fair enough. The true strength of copy is having two of the same card in our hand. Oh shit! Maximum, what the hell is this thing? Maximum output. Is that Angel? I guess. Maximum output. Jacob's Ladder. Judgment. Bing. And at the 11th hour, they play their trump card. Where will this battle go? Where will this battle to the death go next? Break next week. So Jacob's ladder, huge fucking beam. Sukuna calling that shit. Donnie, Bakana. Yeah, the smited. Wait to see what bullshit comes from this. Yo, listen. Sukuna had an inkling that this would happen. The King of Curse experience allowed him to realize that there were two of the same kind and not be fooled by Yuta, aka Yujo's scheme. He then granted a binding vow to his Fuga technique, allowing Fuga to create a canopy of fire, distilling most of the effects of Jacob's ladder. I'm waiting for it, bro. I'm just waiting. I'm just fucking whatever, bro. I'm waiting for it. I'm fucking waiting for it. Because it's gonna be bullshit. Okay. So, in hindsight, I'll admit this, all right? In hindsight, I'm okay with Toto's binding vow because he did lose arm and he had a new technique. He had the verbal slap for it, fair enough, fine. But y'all niggas pop these things too often. Like, chill. Chill with the binding vows. Okay, Jeff Scobar, much for $5. I think Biden needs to use a binding vow to get his ish together. Listen, he's old as fuck. But honestly, at the same time, I don't really care if he's old. All right, I care about what he's done before in the past. I care about his resume, not his fucking age. At this point. 81-year-old, 78-year-old, they're not going for 20, 25 years. All right. Age equals dementia? Not necessarily, but at the same time, because I don't think he has necessarily, because he may have like gaffes here or there and may have bad memory, but I don't think he has full-blown dementia. I mean, dementia is a different thing. Dementia is like, you literally forget basic functionalities on a regular. Actually, what was that? Alzheimer's. No, Alzheimer's is more severe. That's like a complete degradation of your mind. I only dealt it like once or twice, not that often, but it's not what I'm seeing with Biden personally. Biden is not that. He's not even like close to that. What I've seen with dementia was like pretty surprising how much you would forget in a short period of time. This is like I forget something's here or there and I gaff. And because my memory's kind of either fleeting or he has too many things that are going in his mind at one point in time. And then it just kind of happens, you know? It's more like his short-term memory may not be as strong as it used to be. But that's really it. And he mumbles a lot. But that to me is like not a big deal. Yeah, he did not do good in debates. That's obvious. He did not do good at all. But at the same time, his resume I think is fine, personally speaking. Now, that being said, Sukuna's resume is kind of crazy. I don't know who the baby is over here, this weird fucking thing, but I'm assuming it's Angel, given the fucking Cupid, like it's fucked up Cupid shit. Because we've never seen Angel before, personally. We have to wait and see more of Angel, like what they actually look like. And also, I'm assuming because of this technique, the remnants of the domain expansion that Yujo set up, they should be gone now, I believe. They should be out of the way. These shards. So this is like a make or break shot, pretty much. But because it's a make or break shot, I think Sukuna's gonna be like, yo, I got 5 lives for a reason. I saw this coming. Sukuna is dead when Megumi is out of Sukuna. Then I'll believe it. Then be okay. Fair enough. Fine. Okay? Oh, shouts to Yuji for just being a stud. Yuji's doing a lot. He's doing a lot. He's doing a lot. Yuji and Toto, last second. But this is the last also Verba Slap too. This is the last Verba Slap. So I don't see Toto being effective right now at this point in time. Who else is there? Who else is there that has to come to the fray? Nobody else, right? Is there nobody else, right? I think so. I don't think there's anybody. May ain't doing shit. Oh, Maki? Maki may be already done. Maki may already be done, honestly. Miwa? For who? Miwa made a binding vow, which should hopefully still stick because she's not Sukuna, and she not Gojo, and she should not be able to swing a sword anymore because she made a binding vow. I swear to God. Hey, Kugi Saki, let's go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. The ultimate XXXXXXX factor. Kugi Saki, because Kugi Saki has a similar technique to Yuji. So if she comes out of nowhere, like, finally, I've been waiting, motherfuckers, and then she comes out of nowhere, hits with a nail, and then it attacks Sukuna's soul in a massive way. Sukuna, this whore! And then Megumi, okay, finally. Okay, so let's see, though. Let's. That could be too optimistic as possible. I can deny that. I won't deny it. It could be too optimistic, but we'll see. We'll see. Megumi is the biggest disappointment. I mean, he was Studley when he did do Chimera Shadow Garden against, what's his face? The Reggie and Fizame. And he was clearly getting better with his powers. He feels like Hitsugaya. Crazy to say. He does feel like Hitsugaya, though. So much potential. But for what? But for fucking what? For what, dude? For what? Because when you see... The problem, too, is that Sukuna jacks his shit. And when Sukuna does his shit, like when you had Megumi's Nu, or Nue, and then you saw the Nue that Sukuna, and then you saw the one that Sukuna did. It was night and day. I mean, they call him potential. Yeah, him and Hitsugaya, potential man, bro. When he did his version, it was ridiculous. It was like the size of the top of the building. Like, what the? It was huge. And it was raining down bolts everywhere. His Max Elephant was disgusting. His wolves were OD as fuck. His rabbit swarm was massive. It was like everything he did was just so much better than Fushiguro. Orders of magnitude. Like, that was his max potential right there. 15? Yeah, I know. What I'm saying is that it does cut into Fushiguro's shine a bit, because I don't think Fushiguro will ever reach that potential. Now, maybe because let's say there's gonna be a JJK Part 2 or a BD Kaisen, okay? Binding Vow. Why did I say BD? That's kinky. A BV Kaisen. Binding Vow Kaisen. He may be close to Sukuna's level because Sukuna already used his body. Maybe. But at that point, who the fuck are you fighting? At that point, like, really? Who are you actually fighting at that point? Who? Wants to do an idol manga? Alright. I'm out. Okay, so, on that note, let me get to some last donations. Katakuri Nika Mochi Awakening solo One Piece verse. When we getting that cold JK collab with video with Brago? I don't know, bro. I do not know. All right, I'm not against the idea at all, but I need. You know what? Yeah, I'm not against the idea at all. But we gotta set it up. We gotta set it up. Jessica Bar. Another two bucks is this. Sukuna should get clapped by that. Let's see. Again, you're saying he should, and we are at the point where we're near the end of the story. Fair enough. Let's see. I'm telling you, man. Let's see. Might be the best to say JK tier 3 for another day. Maybe. Oh, yeah, true. It's 6 o'clock right now. All right. I need to go into Fire Force. So, YouTube, before you go, make sure to once again like the stream, like the video, give it a quick thumbs up. So far, the binding vows have been fair, in my opinion. Like, sacrificing the potency of the world / to use it faster is an equal sacrifice. Using dismantle on a one target versus many equal exchange. right now, it's not the fact that they're changing it, it's that the fact that they're changing it so frequently. They're able to adjust the technique however they want to via binding vows so regularly that it makes the binding vow seem effectively worthless. That's what it feels like. Like a binding vow is just a way to alter the functionality of your technique at the cost of something else, but that cost doesn't really matter. And the frequency of that shit is pretty jarring. It's like having every Straw crew member awaken their fruit powers. It's like, wait, hold on. I mean, sure, but holy fuck. Isn't that a bit much? When it should be like a rare thing to happen? Or let's say it's niggas like Omaida, or people like, let's say, lower rung Bleach characters on the same level as Omaida and company going Bankai. It's like, hold on, but y'all ass. What? No, don't do that. You're not allowed these fundamental so on and so forths to be able to just change so often. Like the top tiers just do it religiously. It's ridiculous. Like that's what I'm saying. I better not see Miwa do shit because she made a binding vow for that to be her last swing against Kenjaku, Brainiac Ghetto. And if she, well, okay, let me do another binding vow real quick so I can do my, like, what? Or binding vow. It only applies to katanas, and I'm gonna use now Western swords. Like, oh, for fuck's sake, man. Like, that's why Sukuna would do that. Sukuna would do that. She can't please. Either way. Use armor unexplained, but likely caused from constitution of his body consuming his brothers. Maybe. Actually, maybe. You could be right. Because, yeah, I do want a reason why these arms are... I don't know why these arms are changed so much. But you could be right. Yeah, it could be because of the whole thing with his brothers. And also, he's getting better. He's getting closer to Sukuna in terms of power. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, so I need a Fire Force. Fire Force! I'm going to see y'all later. Everyone take care. Stay safe. For JJK on YouTube, peace out. Have a nice one. Love you guys. I'm going to see you guys for the next chapter. But keep on this fact. If it doesn't come out on Friday... on Thursday, on TCB, I'm gonna use another site because I want to get all this stuff on Thursday. Thursday's my day. Thursday is my manga chapter day. If it doesn't come out on Thursday on TCB, I'm gonna use a whole new site. So YouTube, I'm see y'all later. Take care, stay safe. Have a nice one. For JJK.